Hi everyone, welcome to Power BI desktop tutorial. In today's lecture, we'll talk about some functions and time intelligence. Some functions, also called iterator functions, allow you to loop through the same expression to each row of a table, then apply some sort of aggregation to the result. We have the syntax equal to SUMX function, and then the table we want to evaluate, and then the expression. For aggregation, you can use SUMX function, or you can use countx, you can use average, rankx, maxx, and minx. The table we want to evaluate, and then the expression. For the time intelligence, this is the patterns are used to calculate common date-based conversion. We have performance to date equal to calculate the measure you want to evaluate, and then date year to day. And you can switch to quarter to day or month to day. And also we have previous period equal to calculate the measure you want to evaluate, DATEADD, and then the column name, and then -1 the month. Also we have running total equal to calculate the measure you want to evaluate, and date and period, and the column you want to evaluate, max calendar date -10 and day. So again, at the Power BI. So if you remember, within the sales data, you will have the revenue. If you see, revenue is calculated based on multiply order quantity by retail price, and this is fine. And also retail price, we get it from product lookup table, from the product price column, and using the related function. So instead of you having two calculated columns, we can transform to measure. And the reason why we do that, so that to not save too much redundant data within Power BI. So instead of you having in here 66 distinct value, and here you have 40 distinct value, so you change it to measure, so it'll be easy to run your model without the heavy rows in here. So let's gonna go to report view. Okay, again, start from measure table. The new measure is the total revenue equal to sum equal to SUMX, and then the table is from sales data, and the expression you want to from sales data, order quantity multiply by sales data retail price. Close this one and click OK. Gonna modify the matrix view from here. Gonna back to remove this one. You have category name, product category name. From here, I'm gonna remove add and add from measure. We have the total revenue, and you can modify the total revenue from here. This is currency, and this is 0, it's okay. If you back the total revenue, if you need to modify, if you need to retrieve any column from different tables, so in order to delete the sales data retail price, if you try it, for example, we know this is within product lookup, we have the product price. If you try to get it directly from here, you will not allow to see your columns. So you cannot, only can see the sales data because this is within the sales data. In order to resolve that, you can use multiply by related function, and then we go to the product lookup customer. Now you'll see all the table is appearing here because you use the related function. We have within the product lookup, we have product price, in the product lookup we have the product price. If you need to retrieve any data from different tables, so you have to use the related function. You click OK, and then you'll have the same data in here. And you can use the total revenue to calculate another measure. This is the average. This is average revenue where customers equal to, use divide function, and the numerator is, we have the total revenue divide by the denominator. We have the total customers, and close. And this is why we change it from average to per customers, and you will get the average. And this is why we changed it from calculated columns into measure, so it will be easy for you to run your model without heavy values in there, and also to do much more calculations. And you come back to here, sales data, and delete the calculated columns. From here, delete, and from here, total price, delete. No longer need them because you already do the measure. I'm going to do measure calculation for time intelligent functions from here. So first, if you need to calculate the year to day revenue equal to, use the calculate function first, and then the expression from you want to evaluate. This is depend on the total revenue, and comma, and then the filter. So within filter, you use the date. We have date year to day, date, you have quarter to day, and month to day, so you can use anyone. I was going to use year to day, and then the date from where you need to get the column. This is from the calendar lookup table, the date column, and then close it, double close. Okay, so let's gonna modify the matrix. We're gonna back from here, add the from calendar lookup. This is month, start of the month, and then from here we're gonna keep the total revenue, and we can add it from here, year to day revenue. We have year to day revenue. We're gonna change it to 0, and you can see it will add year to day revenue and make it here. So we'll have this is for January, and then this is add for January, February it will add, and then January, February, March it will add again year to day revenue. And if you need to also calculate the others time intelligence function, you need to calculate the previous month revenue equal to, use the calculate function, and then you have the expression for total revenue, and the filter, this is based on the DATEADD function, and then you have to put the date. This is from date table, and in here comma, and then number of intervals, so we need the previous month, so -1, and then we need to put the intervals, so it's day or month. This is month, and gonna close this one, close it. Okay, and then we back previous month revenue, and previous month revenue, make it 0. Okay, and you will have the previous month revenue. If you need to calculate the revenue target using the previous month revenue, I'll allow you to do some calculations also from measure. This is revenue, this is revenue target equal to, so we have to just multiply. We have the previous month revenue, can multiply by it, for example 0.1. So any profit, any target, click OK, and you have the revenue target. You can change it from here, revenue target is 0, so you will have, and you can see the revenue targets per year depend on the previous month revenue, if it's an increase or decrease. And also you can back from new measure to calculate the last function we have for today, rolling, 10-day rolling revenue equal to, and it's going to use the calculate function, and then the expression. This is the expression we want to evaluate. This is based on the total revenue, and then comma, and then we use date, and we have date and period function. After that, you have to put the date from where you want to get your data. Date for this function, we have the calendar lookup date, And also we have the start date, and here you can use the max function. After the max, the colon, we want to also from calendar lookup date space, and we close for the max function, and then we have number of intervals in here because we want to looking for the 10 days rolling revenue, so you have to put 10, and then we have the intervals, we're looking for the day, and then you can close it. Want to click enter, and you have 10 days revenue, and you have 10 days revenue from here. You can click it. This is whole, this is currency, and this is 0. Okay, and you have the 10 days revenue adding here. So this is for SUMX function and time intelligent functions. So this is all you need to know in this lecture. This is in the max. This is the SUMX function and time intelligent functions. We finish everything related to the function within DAX, and the next video will start knowing everything that you need to know about the report view and how we start calculating our report, and dashboard. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.